This is WKYT News at noon, and we welcome you in on this very, very wintry day. Bill Bryan and Barbara Bailey reporting it could end up being a historic winter storm. There's already more than 5 inches of snow, maybe a half foot of snow on the ground in Lexington. The snow is still coming down, and it's heavy. That's right. Here's a live picture of the roads in downtown Lexington right now as you're seeing us drive right up Main there. All roads snow covered right now. It appears most people are heeding the warnings and staying off the streets. Now, WKYT has extensive team coverage from around the Commonwealth, and we begin this first alert severe weather day with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey and meteorologist Micah Harris.
Yeah, a very wintry day to say the least out there. This is a major winter storm that is blasting the Bluegrass State. And Micah, this is one of those events that is likely to go down in history with double-digit snows across the entire area.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. We're already at 6 inches, 7 inches in some locations. We got our actual report out of Bryantsville in Gary County at 7-inch snow. And you were talking about this, looking back toward western Kentucky. We have a long ways to go. Yeah,
we're just kind of in the midway point of all this as of now. And folks into southeastern Kentucky, your heaviest snows are still to come, believe it or not. Winter storm warning is out for the entire Bluegrass State as of now. That will continue through tonight. A bit of call for snowfall looks a lot like the call we had yesterday, because I am just leaving it alone because it looks to be in pretty good shape as of now. 8 to 14 inches across parts of the Lexington Metro, parts of south central, southeastern Kentucky. You're talking about upwards of 16 inches of snow. Believe it or not, we could have a couple of pockets of a little greater than 16 inches showing up into eastern Kentucky as we go through tonight. Live First Alert Defender. Look at the wall of snow that is out there, and it's across the entire area. You know what? I'm going to zoom in on various regions, and nothing is going to change from the Moorhead area down the Mountain Parkway corridor, Lexington Metro, southbound through Richmond, Berea, on through Mount Vernon, London, Corbin, Somerset, Williamsburg, east of there on the Hal Rogers Parkway. Heavy snow bands continue across central and eastern Kentucky. If anything, snows out to our west are a little heavier. So the heaviest actual snow is likely arriving right now and through the afternoon across much of central and eastern Kentucky. Yes, it's going to get heavier because we have much more in the way of moisture that is streaming its way on in from southwest to northeast as of right now. So tremendous amounts of snows on the tune of 1 to 2 inches per hour. A good likelihood to continue as we go through the rest of your afternoon. Now, can Lexington set a record snowfall for not only the day, but just all-time period? Top 5 snowiest single days, not storms, just single days. 9.5 inches. That's where we have to get through or to crack that top 5 mark. We're over halfway there right now. I think we're going to crack that easily. The question I'm going to try to tackle is, can we get to that 13-inch mark? 8 to 14 inches of snow is a good likelihood across most of the area. Meteorologist Micah Harris joining me to talk about the impacts of this storm as well. Micah, this is a big storm impacting everybody.
It absolutely is. And the good news is, I guess, is that a lot of us are out of school, a lot of us off of work too, and also the snow ratios. When you get really dry snow, it's really difficult, not so much difficult, but it's kind of abnormal. Pretty rare to actually see a snow like this where we have temperatures in the teens and not at the 30, 32, 33 degree reading. So that's when you get those wet, heavy snows that fall on power lines. It's just not fun. But when you get the dry snow, it doesn't do so much of damage like that. But we do have a lot of snow to go through. Travel, no doubt about it. It's going to be extremely high. Snow there with it. And then the cold. The cold's going to be an issue, is a big issue as we head throughout the next several days. There we are looking toward temperatures in the teens. That's not moving anytime soon, Chris, and you can see with the wind chill currently there in the minus category, it gets even worse from here on out.
Yeah, think of this now. -5 is the wind chill, 11-degree temperature with better than a half foot of snow on the ground across parts of central and eastern Kentucky. And the snows continue to increase here at the station. And guys, the heaviest snow is still likely to come as we go through the course of the afternoon across most of central and eastern Kentucky.
All right, Chris, thank you. Not only are the slick roads making for dangerous driving conditions in Lexington, drivers on the interstate are also finding it hard to stay on the road. WKYT's Mark Barber spoke with a Canadian traveler who's used to seeing a lot of snow. Mark continues our First Alert weather team coverage at noon.
Drivers who we spoke with on I-75 say they are taking the snow-covered interstates as slow as they can. They say even though it feels like they're crawling along at 35 miles per hour, it's the only way they can stay on the road and out of the ditch. State road crews have two 12-hour teams plowing and salting I-64 and I-75. But they say it's too cold for the road salt to really make a difference on the snow-packed interstates. Kevin Warren has had a long drive. He's from the Toronto area and is slowly making his way down I-75.
Quite a bit of snow. It's gradually getting deeper and deeper. A few plows on the road, just in the right-hand lane. A lot of cars in the ditch, tractor trailers moving slowly.
He tells us he has had to drive about 35 miles under the speed limit just to stay on the road.
We've had some cars passing us and then see them in the ditch 4 or 5 miles later, so we're taking it pretty easy.
Even by Canadian standards, he says this is dangerous driving.
In the cities in Ontario, this would be fairly bad conditions.
Road crews say even though they are trying their hardest to keep up with the falling snow, road conditions are still very poor, so they are encouraging drivers to stay off the interstate if possible. In Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Mark, thank you. State crews started treating the roads at midnight. They say they'll keep working to clear the interstates until 12 o'clock tonight.
Or later, we'll see. Well, it's much the same in the southern part of our state. It took a little longer to get there, but the snow has been coming down steadily since about 4 o'clock this morning. WKYT's Sean Moody is in Corbin with a look at the current conditions there. Sean.
It was a difficult drive down I-75 to get here to Corbin. Most of the way the road was covered and you couldn't even see the lanes. This is what the interstate looked like heading south from Lexington shortly after 8 o'clock this morning. The road quickly became covered. It was drivable, but certainly difficult. Just south of the Clays Ferry Bridge, it looked like some cars had gotten into a fender bender, but nothing serious. Around Mount Vernon, you could see a plow had come through recently. Things were in better shape from there to Laurel County. Now, Kentucky State Police say they've got extra patrols out today to do what they can to make sure people are okay.
Well, best thing to do is if you don't have to be out today, KSP is asking you not to get out unless it's emergency or you really have to. Just stay home.
State police say they have worked a lot of fender benders and cars that have slid off the road, but so far they say there haven't been any serious injuries. In Corbin, Sean Moody, WKYT.
Sean, thank you. Drivers in Madison County found the roads pretty empty this morning. Eastern Kentucky University canceled classes and many people couldn't get out of their driveways. WKYT's Victor Puente continues our first alert weather team coverage from Richmond with reaction from people who found themselves out on those snow-covered roads. Victor?
Driving in Madison County this morning, there were stretches where I didn't see any other drivers. Because of the thick snow, even passing cars are difficult to see. The interstate is still solid white despite snowplow drivers doing their best. The snow is falling too quickly for them to be able to keep up. Many drivers, like this one, found it difficult to even pull up to a gas pump. The Sheriff's Department tells us they've been busy all morning. They also tell me they haven't had any serious wrecks, but a lot of slide-offs and calls for help. The Emergency Operations Center is working with hospitals to help get their employees to work to make sure they're fully staffed. Some drivers who had to come out this morning told me they aren't looking forward to their drive home.
The roads are pretty treacherous. I've not come across any clear spots yet, so it's still early in the day, but the roads are very bad.
Driving to work, I shouldn't have been driving to work. I shouldn't have took off today. I mean, it was that bad.
The Madison County Emergency Operations Center in Richmond is currently under construction, so they're working out of their backup center, which is located in the Berea City Hall. In Madison County, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Victor, thank you. Remember, we can help you track the snow, even if you're away from the TV. On WKYT.com, you can check out the First Alert Defender and zoom into your neighborhood. You can also download the WKYT app for your iPad or your smartphone. It will connect you to weather tools, including live radar.
Well, the weather is making for dangerous and difficult travel conditions on roads all across the Commonwealth. And coming up, we'll take you out on the roads. We'll look live in Lexington. That's next on Kentucky's #1 midday news on WKYT.
That's what the roads look like as of now, and we're kind of at the halfway point of our winter storm that continues to dump snow. Here's what it looks like behind the station on Winchester Road. Many areas better than a foot of snow. We'll break it all down for you when I come back in just a moment. and a lot more snow yet to come. Most areas are going to pick up 8 to 14 inches of snow into central and eastern Kentucky. Greater amounts from an area from, let's say, the southern parts of the Lexington metro and points into the Big Sandy Valley, maybe Moorhead, points south toward the Hal Rogers Parkway. Someone in there may pick up close to 16 inches of snow, if not a little more. And guys, Live First Alert Defender shows the heavy snow bands continuing to increase across the area.
Well, obviously the snow is continuing to fall this midday. It is making for some very dangerous travel out on the roads.
It certainly is. And let's take a live look down in Lexington. Give us a bird's eye view of the conditions out there, Mike Linden.
Well, it is pretty interesting out here on High Street. We're actually on the way toward Rupp Arena, and despite the roads here that are pretty steep elevation, people seem to be doing all right on the road. If you actually look to the left there, that ambulance not so long ago nearly spun out on the road, and it wasn't even on the steep part of the road here on South Broadway, at least the intersection of South Broadway and High Street. It's certainly been an interesting morning for road conditions. The roads themselves, some of them have been plowed, but there really hasn't been enough time to go by with clear conditions to allow for those roads to clear up. So rather than clearing those roads, we're just compacting down this very dry snow, and it is making for some treacherous driving conditions, especially on the more local roads. It is continuing here as far as that snow goes. You can see Rupp Arena there on the right, and again, the roads have been cleared somewhat, but we're still waiting for that snow to finally let up so we can get these plows out on the roads to let things clear up that much more on those roadways. Live in Lexington, Mike Linden, WKYT.
Obviously had a lot of work to be done out there on those roads. Thank you very much, Mike. Road conditions also deteriorating in southern and eastern Kentucky this afternoon. Our Tanner Hesterberg is in Laurel County now to continue our First Alert weather team coverage. Tanner.
Well, the snow didn't start falling here in London until after 6 o'clock this morning, but once those first flakes fell, it has been nonstop, piling up in roads and in parking lots like the one I'm in now. And all of this snow and ice is making travel nearly impossible for many people. John Hudson is a maintenance worker at a hotel in London. He drove 45 minutes from his home in Knox County to be at work. And even though he beat the snow this morning, Hudson now finds himself battling Mother Nature.
It's the cold. My hands get cold. And right now today you can scrape it off, and then an hour later you got to come back and do it again the way the snow's coming down.
Most roads in Laurel County look like this, meaning folks who are still trying to make it to work are having a hard time getting there.
So far it's been really horrible. You know, I have seen a few cars on the side of the road. Weather conditions are just horrible.
Pete Page drove from Georgia to London this morning for work.
Well, coming just a little bit north of Knoxville, it started raining, but it was freezing on contact, and that was hairy for about 20 miles, and then after that, the snow started.
As transportation officials work to keep roads like Interstate 75 as clear as possible while the snow keeps piling up. All right, so here's the latest unofficial snowfall measurement here in London as we have exceeded 3 inches and increasing rapidly. And remember, the record in terms of February snowfall for here in the city of London, according to the National Weather Service, 11 inches. That record set back in 1985. And if the snow keeps falling at this clip, we could have a new record today. In Laurel County, Tanner Hesterberg, WKYT.
All right, we'll see if we make the history books. Thank you very much, Tanner. Remember, you can help WKYT rule winter. Share your videos and your pictures with us on our WKYT Facebook and Twitter accounts. Be sure to use the hashtag WKYT rules winter.
This winter storm also altered travel plans for the basketball Cats ahead of their matchup with Tennessee.
We'll explain that coming up in sports.
Heavy snow continues across the entire area, and you look at Defender. As far as Defender can see, more snow that is on the way. We'll talk about the potential to rack up 12-plus inches of the white stuff when I come back in a moment. All right, welcome back. WKYT First Alert Severe Weather Day, and what a severe weather day it is. Micah, big-time winter storm, and we're going to push 12 inches plus in many areas.
I think so. We're already at 7 and 8 inches in some locations. It's just adding up as we go throughout the next several hours.
The thing is, we're getting 1 to 2 inch per hour snows right now, so it's not going to take much to crack double digits here over the next few hours. Winter storm warning continues in effect for the entire area as our team coverage continues on this major winter storm. The snow totals that, if you were watching me yesterday, what I put out, are exactly the same as what you're seeing right now. Have not changed those. Forecast is basically working out like a charm so far, with 8 to 14 inches across the Lexington metro. Heavier amounts the farther south and southeast that we go. Some areas could push 16 inches, if not closer, dare I say, a 20-inch amount to try to show up in southeastern Kentucky. It's at least an outside possibility from what I'm seeing right now. Here's Live First Alert Defender, Kentucky's most powerful live Doppler radar. Take you in a stop from the I-64 corridor, Mountain Parkway corridor, heavy snow. Bluegrass region, Lexington, Frankfort, Versailles, Nicholasville, Hello, Richmond, and Berea, heavy snow here. Likewise into Jackson County, Rockcastle County, over toward Lincoln County, southeastern Kentucky, Hazard, good folks into Manchester and Hyden. London, Corbin, Somerset, Monticello, snow. Back across the Interstate 65 corridor, heavier snow that is increasing as of right now. That's going to roll its way on in from southwest to northeast. See the bright whites here from Nashville up into Bowling Green and western Kentucky? That's where the snow totals are really increasing, and that is working on in from southwest to northeast. So the moisture supply continues to increase with this. Very rare around here to get a true snowstorm with cold temperatures like what we're seeing. It's 11 in Lexington, 9 degrees in the northeast for Kentucky. Wind chill is at minus 11 as of right now. Meteorologist Micah Harris joining me now. And Micah, when we start to look at totals or numbers like this, boy, oh boy, it just kind of rubs a little more salt in the wound when you're dealing with a snowstorm, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's exactly right. And look, that's going to take us off not just to tomorrow, not just to Wednesday, but maybe off into Friday and off into the weekend. I mean, this is going to be a long go at it as we work our way into the next several days, not hours, but days. Big time cold air comes late week, but you can see outside, I mean, we're holding on to not just the snow, but what you're looking at here is once we get into, say, midday or mid-afternoon, I should say, look at the heavy snow. You see the blues on the screen? That really indicates that you're going to continue to see heavy snow throughout the afternoon. Not just the afternoon, guys. We got a long ways to go. Watch as we track it off into the evening and nighttime hours. There's your timestamp top of the screen. And then that takes it on out roughly around midnight, I think, for the far southeastern zones. Maybe a little bit after. Look toward tomorrow morning, -3. -2 there in Frankfort. Take it into the afternoon, and we're still sitting there in the 20s. Off toward Wednesday, still in the 20s, and look what shows up again. Light snowmaker flying through here. That's going to add maybe another inch or two, maybe even at the top, right there around 3 inches, and then boom, there you go. Thursday morning, we're at -10, Chris. -10 for a temperature, not a wind chill.
Yeah, that's absolutely brutal. Those are actual numbers, as you mentioned, not a wind chill, as we go into early Thursday morning. So some brutal stuff out there. Hey, speaking of brutal, this is a view of our snow garden, we're calling it right now, instead of our weather garden. Meteorologist Jim Caldwell is out there braving the elements. Jim, snow's just getting heavier, buddy.
Yeah, you've really noticed that, or I've really noticed that here as we've been out for the past, 15, 20 minutes or so. We came out close to the top of the hour, and we are watching this steadily increase as far as the intensity is concerned. Early on, we were talking about this powdery light snow. It adds up in a hurry, guys, and that's what we're going to continue to see as we head through the rest of the afternoon, Chris.
All right, thank you, Jim. And to make matters worse, guys, as we were talking, look at those temperatures coming up later this week. Record-shattering temperatures a possibility on a day that we're watching a winter storm that may break records for snowfall into parts of central and eastern Kentucky.
All right. Well, the Wildcat game, it appears, will go on tomorrow. This winter storm altered the travel plans for the basketball Cats as well.
The team ended up leaving a day early to try and avoid some of this nasty weather. They boarded a bus last night and left for Knoxville. Coach Cal was still in New York at the time for the NBA All-Star Game activities. He flew on down to Knoxville to meet his team late last night. Now, Kentucky takes on Tennessee tomorrow night at 7 o'clock on ESPN.
But they are there. Made it over Jellicoe Mountain.
That's
on
good
into
to
Knoxville.
know.
And we hope you keep it here on WKYT and your news at noon. We're back in a moment.